What's your name?
Tom.
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on during lockdown?
The family, that's all.
Missed out on the family?
Yeah. Apart from that, it's been fantastic. I'm a cyclist. I come everywhere on bicycle, and the streets have been absolutely clear. It's been a pleasure to cycle.
So what's your views on social distancing?
Social distancing. Right, I think it should be reduced to 1 metre. In France, it's 1 metre. Otherwise, businesses are not going to be able to cope. Cafes and restaurants just will not be able to make any profit on 2 metres. So we have to compromise. There's always a compromise. So I think it should be 1 metre.
Hi guys, what's your name?
My name's Kay.
And what's your name? Nice to meet you, I'm Will. So the first question is, what's the biggest thing that you've missed out on during lockdown?
Probably just seeing family.
What's your views on social distancing?
Well, if it's going to keep us safer, I don't have a problem with it. And if it can be reduced, I guess that will help the businesses get going again.
What's your name?
Basil,
How has the lockdown affected you?
I work as a shop assistant. Shop is an essential, so it doesn't affect me at all. I've been working during the lockdown.
The full lockdown, have you enjoyed that?
Yeah, I do enjoy that a lot.
What's your views on social distancing?
The use of the social distancing,
Yeah.
I think it's to avoid contact. And in order to stop the spread of this virus, we have to stay away from each other from a certain distance. I think that's quite a useful thing.
What's your name?
James.
What's the biggest thing that you've missed during lockdown?
Missed.
Yeah.
Partying.
Missed out on partying?
Yeah, the rigs.
What's your views on social distancing?
Yeah, keep it up. You know, of course it's not a bad thing, right? Like, I think it's one of those things that it's like, it's one of the few things that we can do realistically, and it's like everyone just feels like a little bit powerless, and if we can just decide where we're going to put ourselves, at least then we've got like genetic control a little bit more in this situation.
What's your name?
Gary,
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on because of lockdown?
my family, and it's just been hard on the streets basically. I'm homeless and it's just been hard.
What's your views on social distancing?
I think 2 meters is a bit too much. I think it should be reduced a little bit if they can. Everyone's obviously caught this coronavirus, but it's not gonna make any difference with everyone. I don't think it's gonna make a difference if they bring a lot of people into the shops and stuff, anyway.
So what's your name?
I'm Hebe.
And I'm Will, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So first off, what's the biggest thing that you've missed out on because of lockdown?
School. Yeah, pretty much. School.
Yeah. Anything else? Just mainly school?
Yeah.
Don't-
Exams, all
yeah,
that.
living the life otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's not true.
Dave, you got another question?
What's your views on social distancing?
It's a good thing, but not many people are actually
no
following
one's
it.
actually following it. It's just a bit messed up at the moment. It's just going to cause another spike, I think.
What's your name?
Minna.
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on during lockdown or because of lockdown?
Going to the pubs, having a meal in the pubs, having a beer in the pubs.
What's your views on social distancing?
I actually do kind of feel quite strongly about the social distancing, so yes. So
Strongly for or strongly against?
for. So I have been keeping myself away from, obviously I'm still working. I have been working all the way through. This is, as close as it gets, obviously. So yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Lucy.
Hi Lucy, I'm Will. What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on because of lockdown?
The biggest thing I've missed out on, just being able to travel, I think, especially with the summer. I normally have a few kind of festivals to go to, weekends away and holidays. So I think that's the thing I've missed the most, just not knowing when I'll be able to do that again.
What's your views on social distancing?
I'm following the rules as much as I can. Yeah, it doesn't bother me, I don't think.
What's your name?
Genevieve,
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on during lockdown?
Going out to the park, sitting by the park. I missed my family, although I didn't see them that much. But when I couldn't see them, it took away my independence in making that choice to see them.
So what's your views on social distancing?
In a way, it's a good thing. And I've always been a bit concerned anyway, being on the bus, especially in the winter, and you get all the steam.
Yeah.
So I'd say, do you mind if I open the window? And everyone would be, I said, it's germs, you're breathing in everyone's germs. In a way it's a good thing, but in a way I'm a bit concerned, is it going to stay like that?
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on during lockdown?
Seeing my family.
See-
They grandson who lives in Bristol and son who lives in London.
And you normally see them quite frequently.
And I see my daughter very regularly.
What's your views on social distancing?
I think it just has to be maintained. Lots of people have symptoms, don't they? We don't know or they don't know, so I think we have to maintain that. A lot of people don't. People on the pavement, they don't bother to move out of the way as much as they used to.
Do you think it's people aren't taking it as seriously as they were before?
I know. And a particular age group in particular.
Which particular age group?
20s to late 30s, I would say.
20 to late. I hope you don't feel we've intruded on your space too much.
No, not at all.
Firstly, what's your name?
My name's Mick.
Hey Mick, I'm Will. Nice to meet you. The first question I want to ask you is, what's the biggest effect, or what's the thing you've missed the most because of lockdown?
Family.
My
father, he's in a nursing home. He lives in Peterborough, so I can't visit him. I miss him a lot. I miss my friends. Obviously, I miss socialising. You know, apart from that, I work from home anyway.
Oh right.
So in a way, I'm sort of self-isolating anyway. So, but the socialising, you know.
So what's your views on social distancing?
Well, I think it's right. I think it's great. I think we should still have it for a little while longer. I mean, I know they want to bring it down to 1 metre. I think we need another month at least before we can do that. But then, yes, maybe. Yeah. But I do agree with social distancing, definitely.
Hi, so what's your name?
Kirsty.
What's the biggest thing that you've missed out on, or the biggest things that you've missed out on during lockdown?
The pub.
The pub?
Yeah, the pub.
Anything else?
No, just the pub. Spoons.
So what's your views on social distancing?
I don't really have a few, really. As long as, like, I don't get it, I'm alright. I just seem it a bit pointless at the moment.
Pointless?
If you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. If you do a 2 metre distance, it's not really gonna make a difference, really, is it? If you're gonna get it, you get it.
Firstly, what's your name?
Martin.
What are the biggest or most important things that you've missed out on because of lockdown?
Probably school and meeting friends.
And what's your views on social distancing?
I think it's important. I think people should keep social distancing as much as possible.
What's your name?
Nigel Humphreys.
What's the biggest thing or things that you've missed during lockdown, that you've missed out on?
My tests.
School mainly for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Maths, English.
He does well at school, in fairness. He's kind of missed out heavily because of no school. He's itching to get back, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
Because he misses his mates and the education and stuff, doesn't it?
What do you miss?
What do I miss?
Yeah.
I miss going out, I miss seeing friends, I miss socialising, I miss seeing the rest of the family. The family's got to get into at some point, of course. But, beer gardens.
Yeah.
You won't know that yet, give it time.
So what's your views and how have you been managing social distancing?
We haven't really gone.
You haven't been out much at all, have you?
No, that's fit.
In fairness, this is a rare occasion going out anyway because he's just ridiculously bored today. So me, it's just trying to. It's a bit of a dance to try and keep 2 metres away from people.
Yeah.
And like sidestepping and stuff. At the start with it, was just trying to get used to it because it was it felt very antisocial.
Yeah.
Everybody's like trying to avoid each other. And now it's kind of become a way of life, I suppose. Everybody's kind of keeping those distances as much as they can. Some do, some don't. And then those who don't, you tend to try and walk away from them. But it just feels like we're all really being antisocial with each other now. It's just really bizarre. We're just going up the field just to kick a ball about, basically. He's doing his Pokemon, was it?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, which we haven't done for months. But apparently that's got him out the house.
Firstly, what's your name?
Stuart Gell.
And what's the name of the business? Is this your business?
Yeah, we've had this business for 30 years up here now, so it's Gell's Farm Eats at Filton, Bristol.
What's the biggest thing you missed out on during lockdown?
Well, we've lost some of our trade through the catering places which we supply, and the farmers markets which we do as well. What we've stepped up on is the local people, really. They've really supported us, and there's been a lot of people who wouldn't have normally have come to the shop, but because they've been furloughed, they got more time at home, things like that, and they've been exploring the smaller shops, the high street, if you like. And the shop trade's booming, so it's been good. We've been open throughout the COVID period. We've had one person in the shop at a time, so we can be as safe as we can. We got our distance in 2 meters, and the shop has been really good. It's done us a bit of good in the long run, although we've lost a lot of our catering and markets, which hopefully that might sort of come back.
So what's your views and how have you been practicing social distancing?
We're more sort of using card payments now, You know, if we handle cash at all, we're all disinfecting with sterilisers. They can have a spray on their hands as well. We haven't been using the masks or anything. I did use gloves in the beginning, but because of the nature of the work with grease on your fat on your hands and that, the knife slipped one day and it cut myself, so I thought I'd just do more hand washing really. Social distancing in the shop, just one customer at a time. People have been great, they've been queuing outside 2 metres apart, so it's worked quite well really. We've got the distance between our counter. Staff, I've only got myself all the time, which is makes long days. But and then I have a part-timer who's only going between his home and the shop as well. So I think throughout this COVID thing, a lot of people are realising what is around them. A lot of small businesses were suffering beforehand with a lot of people, modern living really, with them getting their home delivery services and the big supermarkets on every street corner now, isn't there? But I think it's made people realise that there is some decent small businesses out there, and to support them, we can all help each other at the end of the day. Gals Farm Eats is this one in Filton, for Churchview, Filton. We serve all local meats. We make lots of handmade products, pies, pastas, make all our sausages, we cure our bacon. We do a little takeaway service with Food's takeaway service. You know, it's not run-of-the-mill stuff. We do a good quality product, and some of the meat is from my brother-in-law's farm up in the Spring Lambs, who will be coming into. We do a local bakery product because the baker's shut down, so we're actually helping each other, if you know what I mean. The bakers have lost trade, so they're supplying us with bread, and then we're selling. They're buying meat off of us, like bacon and that, because they've gone into delivering to people's doorstep. It's all helping each other out really. But yeah.
What's your name?
Sean Goff.
What things or single thing have you missed the most or missed out on because of lockdown?
Probably socialising. Probably that's the most. Still talking to people via Facebook and that sort of thing, but socialising, like going out to the pub, seeing the people there. It's mostly it. See the rest of the family anyway. But, yeah, just that.
What's your views on social distancing and how have you been maintaining it?
Social distancing? I think it's effective. I've been trying to maintain it as much as I possibly can, but in small stores that sort of thing is kind of hard to do.